I'm a huge fan of a savory tart. How about you? I just love the ease of eating and the deliciousness factor. Today's recipe is a broccolini feta cheese tart, and I'm making a pie crust that's a little bit different. It's 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, 1/3 of a cup of water, let me whisk this together, and 1/4 cup of olive oil. That's it. There's no food processor involved, there's no cutting butter involved. It's really easy. So if you're fearful of dough, don't be afraid of this one. That was 1/3 of a cup of water and 1/4 cup of olive oil. That's your whole dough. Stir it together with a fork. Turn it out onto a board or onto a work surface. It doesn't really need to be a board. And what you want to do is knead it until it comes together, and then knead for about 1 minute. This is not your regular pie crust. It's a lot lower in fat than a regular pie crust, only 1/4 cup for 2 cups of flour. If the dough seems really dry to you, just add a touch more water just so that it'll come together. And then knead and knead and knead until it's smooth. Gather it together and then wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes. Once I have my dough in my plastic wrap, I give it one more nice press to make sure it forms fully into a dough. And if there are any little bits of dough or not dough left on your board, leave them there. Don't try to incorporate them. There's plenty of dough here to make your 14-inch round. I have my rested dough, and it needs to be rolled out into a 14-inch round. But before you do that, you want to cook some broccolini. You need 1 pound of broccolini, which is about 2 bunches. Broccolini is like a gangly sister to broccoli, and if you wanted to use broccoli instead, you certainly could. Just cook it in salted boiling water for about a minute or 2, and then drain it really well and dry it off. When your dough is 14 inches around, place it on a parchment-lined rimmed baking sheet, and then sprinkle with 1/4 cup grated parm, mostly in the center. This adds flavor and also helps the broccolini adhere to the dough as it's baking. And then your broccolini, make sure that after you cook it, you remove it from the water, get it really nice and dry. You don't want wetness getting into your tart. That'll totally ruin it. If you're a fan of broccoli rabe, you can use broccoli rabe here, or you can use regular broccoli. The world is your oyster. Or your brassica. I'm a geek. 2/3 of a cup of crumbled feta cheese. Feta cheese can be low fat, so you're saving on calories there as well. And have your oven preheating to 400 degrees. This is going to bake in a 400-degree oven. Let some of the pieces sort of slip inside. 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, or to your taste. That might be a lot for some people. Salt. And then fold the edges up over the filling, and it can be super duper casual. This is a rustic tart, so just fold it up to enclose the filling. And sort of squeeze the edges together if you need to keep it closed. I do have a beaten egg here to use as an egg wash for shininess, but if you find that your dough isn't holding together, you can also brush with a little bit of egg wash underneath the creases. And then brush with your egg wash. This is for golden color. When your edges are nicely brushed, then put it into the 400-degree oven and bake it until it's golden brown and cooked through. That'll take 35 to 40 minutes. Look how beautiful that turned out, and it was so easy. Simple 4-ingredient crust, delicious healthy topping. It's a savory pie to savor. Enjoy. Wait till you try it. It's a new favorite for me. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe, and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.